right, friends, it is Friday of week 8. Make sure your morning work is done before you start watching the video. Number 1 says round to the nearest hundred. We have 4,711. Oops, there we go. 4,718, I'm sorry. So really, if I'm rounding to the hundreds, I'm looking at 718. So I know that 700, it's going to be between 700, 800. And we put the 4 back on for decoration. Okay, and we're going to underline the digit in the hundreds place. Move to the right, circle it. Is this a red or a green number? Because remember, this is 718. The 7 doesn't do the rounding. The 1 is doing the rounding. Red 1 is a red number, so it says to stay at the 7. So 4,700 is our answer.
Mr. Augustine, please call extension 222. Mr. Augustine, please call 222.
Okay, sorry about that. Number 2, what digit would need to go on the line to make this statement true? 9,812 is greater than 9,800 blank 3. So we know that we have 9,000, 9,000. We have 800, we have 800. We have 10, we have something, and we have 2. So how do I make 12? So essentially these are the same, so we don't need to worry about this. How do we make 12 greater than something 3? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you couldn't see that. So the only thing that could go in there is a 0, because 12, if I put anything else in there, it's going to be not true. So our answer is 0, 9,803. Okay, number 3, money. We're going to write down what it tells us. We have 7 quarters, 3 dimes, 6 nickels, 2 pennies, and we want to know how much money. Okay, well, I'm going to start with the easy stuff. I know that 2 pennies is 2 cents. Remember that 0 has to be in there because that's like the tens. I don't have any. 6 nickels. Well, I know 1 nickel is 5, so I'm going to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 3 dimes. Well, I know 1 dime is 10, so 10, 20, 30. Now this is where it gets a little bit trickier. 7 quarters. So I'm going to break this apart, and I'm going to do 2 quarters at a time. I know that 2 quarters is 50 cents. Another 2 quarters, whoops, another 2 quarters would be 50 cents. Another 2 quarters would be 50 cents. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarters plus 1 more. So I have 50, 50, 50, and 25. 0, 0, 0, and 5 is 5. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. So $1.75, which makes sense because 1 quarter is, or I'm sorry, 4 quarters is $1. So that answer makes sense because then I have 3 more. So 4 equals $1, and the 3 others make 75 cents. Okay, 5002 is 7. 7 and 3 makes 10, plus 3 more makes 13. So my answer is $2.37, which is choice A. Okay. Number 4, UPSC. If you haven't done it, stop the video and do the work. Don't just cheat. Okay. It says Patrick was counting silverware in the cafeteria. There were 354 forks, 387 spoons, and 16 knives. How many pieces of silverware are in the cafeteria? So I'm going to start with the first sentence. Patrick was counting silverware in the cafeteria. Nothing really important for me there. Second sentence, there are 354 forks, 387 spoons, and 16 knives. Okay, that's my second sentence. The third sentence says, how many pieces of silverware are in the cafeteria? And we know that questions are always important. Silverware is things like forks, spoons, and knives. So it's asking us how many pieces of silverware, meaning how many of these. Okay, so there are going to be 3 numbers, so that means I have 2 steps in my solve box. Okay, so we're going to start with, if I want to find how many pieces of silverware, silverware means forks, spoons, and knives. If I want to find how many, that's asking me for a total or all together. So I'm going to add my forks plus my spoons, and then I'm going to add that answer plus the knives to get my final answer, to figure out how many in all. And school's about to start, so we have to stop there, but you need to finish an answer and check your answer. Remember, solve step 1, check step 1, solve step 2, check step 2. Put your answer on the front of the paper and turn it into the math basket with your name on it. Please check right now, is your name on your paper before you turn it in? All right, thanks guys.